What is going on, Warriors? It's your boy Shinryu back again with another video. And yeah, the update and the maintenance is actually completed, and pretty much they should have taken effect by now. Okay, so we pretty much have over here, the typical stuff that we pretty much read prior to the update notes. Still the same dates and nothing's changed over there. If you guys haven't seen that already, you can actually go through it on your phones or devices. However, you guys are playing the game, and you should be able to see the details here. So now we have more details specifically on each one here. And like I mentioned before, I was thinking, some Ibuki was gonna be probably Masters and Mummy Dhalsim probably Thunder, based on not just what they were on the CN version. Uh, I think some Ibuki was legendary. I'm not sure, but obviously I don't think they'll give us that kind of character. But for Mummy Dhalsim, I'm more specific with that in my guess because we've had Street Poison for the Wind faction. We've had Summer Yang for the Flame faction, and so I guess the Thunder faction should be next. And Mama Dawson was Thunder in the same version. So let's go right ahead through the Summer Ibuki notes real quick here. It says Summer Ibuki is ready to bring the cool and refreshing vibe into the Street Fighter Duel. Head into the divination for your chance to unlock this master character. There you go, master, and add a new tech assassin fighter to your team. If you want to unlock her immediately, we can visit the Fight Mall and purchase a custom bundle. Okay. Attempt her limited trial as well to earn big rewards while trying to this new character for free. I'm actually curious about something soon enough. Okay. And also with Mummy Dhalsim, let's go over here. The Dead Pharaoh. Mummy Dhalsim is ready to share his Pharaoh's secrets to Street Fighter Duel. Set your Thunder wish, yeah, Thunder as well. Okay, so we're pretty much on par, and we're accurate with our guess over there. Set your Thunder wish list to increase your chance to unlock this character, and add a new tech attacker that will inflict poison on your enemies. If you want to unlock him immediately, you can visit the Fight Mall and purchase a custom bottle. I wouldn't recommend that, but then again, I'm not. To have typically nothing against how you want to go about getting these characters. Obviously, as you guys know, I'm pretty much just trying to support the free-to-play section over here because that's pretty much how I kind of rolled. Apart from that first initial 99 cents purchase, which in my opinion is a no-brainer. I see why no one has actually made use of that. If at least you own a Google phone, chances are that you may have answered some of this, answered some of these, these Google questions, the rewards, and gotten a couple of cents here and there. So you'll probably have enough to just purchase it because it's going to be that plus whatever the tax is from your location, and typically it's just that. So and it's pretty much a no-brainer. It's 99 cents. Of course, a lot of people can see it bigger, but I don't think that 99 cents is major, massive, influence as to the way you play the game. So then again as well, going back to the game, to the notes, attempts is limited trial, and big rewards, blah blah blah. You already know the deal. So let's get into the video itself and see what's up, what's new. FG Clash is back. Yep, I'm definitely going to be going through that. I think I was a bit careless with the last one, but I'm looking forward to the rewards in this one, so I have to make sure that I don't actually slack at all. And we're gonna do this. Oh, there we are. So there's Mummy Dhalsim in all his glory. Pretty neat looking character. I believe this week we have like master factions as well as Thunder for the Satsui Sage, because I think and so that would also give us an alternative way to test the character once we're able to get him. We'll try and do that shortly as well. Pretty much right now we're just going to be going over the kits for what characters, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about, and of course in the next video we're going to go right ahead and try and have an actual test of these characters. Okay, I will tell you my categories of to what I would consider a successfully good unit, because like I said, it's typically easier for you to think your unit is good, but based on the way I've actually tested these characters, if I actually think that they're great, they end up being really great. And if I have doubts about them, then they're typically not great. Like I said, it's just all my opinions, but I'll try and break down exactly why I think this is the case once we go over the test. Okay, and like I said before, I'm not typically sold, you know, just by the kit description. Of course, it gives good hopes as to whether the character is going to be great or not, but we have to go deeper by actually testing these characters out. So what we have here, just going to claim everything, no time to waste. All right, decent stuff. So over here, all right, and I believe I already touched on these ones here. So see, here are the challenges. We're going to like I said, we're going to be focusing more on the kit, and I also took a look at what I was actually talking about, the Shadow City, and we have good news right now. Like I said before, we have the factions that we're dealing with is Master, Win, and typically the way the faction works is the entire week, so I already knew it was going to be this faction still, but that actually plays in our favor because the new characters are both Wind and Thunder, and we're going to want to hope that they present them. And I believe in one of them so far we have Mummy Dhalsim, because I actually checked that out. So we're going to try and acquire this unit here as well. Obviously this one is going to be different, but he's going to have at least close to his FS30, it's obviously 5 stars. And the only thing that is definitely I don't think he has is the garage. I'm not sure if he actually does, but typically it shows us empty, and the way you would know is once you start the character, the garage will typically pop up by the side if they do have it. I don't think they usually do whenever you loan characters in the Satsui mode, but that's going to be the character I'm going to be loaning. So now if we're going to go right ahead and do that testing on the 1,000 specific tests. Okay, I'm not going to try and do like before where it's kind of seemed like it was a lot of information by putting both characters, in the last case Nero and Virgil, putting them side by side. We're just going to focus on each one by one, and that way you guys can see the results you guys are actually hopefully looking for. Okay, I'm also glad I actually saved my arcade coins. What I also did as well, because I think in the past I didn't used to have it, was that, well, when I said I didn't used to have it, I didn't used to have like a wish list assigned to my draw. Okay, there you go. They're telling you new fighters have arrived, because I wanted to try and increase my chances of the master or or the Inferno characters, the ones that are not included in the list. But the short matter is that I still haven't been lucky, and whenever I actually have been, it's just been just one pool out of an entire, say for example, out of an entire 18 or 19 pools. Let's see, what would 999, for example, which was kind of like the first attempt, that would be equivalent to 4, I think it's 18, was 6 times 8, 6 times 18. This is, I'm just too quick maths here. I don't want to rumble my brain here. Let's see. Well, we can actually just do 99 divided by 6 t. That typically gives you like 16. Yeah, 16 cards. Of course, we have more now, and I believe still I landed on one. I think on the last attempt I didn't even get any at all. So I might be going back to actually creating a wish list so that I can actually increase my chances of getting my special units, in the case Street Poison in this case here, Mummy Dhalsim for sure in this case here, and of course Summer Yang. I think ever since I removed them, it's not popped up for a bit. So I'm gonna also try and do like some polls after the test as well, to see if just by putting this, if we get that typical one Inferno or Master unit. And if that happens, then I'm not going to be I'm not going to fill up this wish list anymore. But if that doesn't happen, then I'm going to try again. And next time maybe without the wish list, but we're going to go with the wish list for sure, so you guys don't have to worry about that. The other thing I also wanted to talk about, like I said before, is let's go right here, the wish roulette. I'm going to also try and showcase that again, and what I discussed the other time. And what I wanted to talk about then was make sure that you have the two upgrade like two, for example, per line. So in this case, in line one, so it's kind of like a square, right? So you can watch the star like as I'm drawing it. You can watch the star as I'm tapping on it, right? Just above, just like this. Obviously, that's a square. But across this line here, you want to have I have like the special summons, and I have this here, so that I increase my chances when the thing pass over here to drop on that. And of course, if you kind of miss out on this two, because this is two here, this counts as one of them. However, I haven't like upgraded any second one on this here yet. It's all one, so it's either that or I might actually skip through. But the third one I actually do is this is one I have to upgrade it. I upgrade it right now, and this is what I'm looking to upgrade next. And then I'm just going to let the rest slide. I know, or I'll probably see if we can add maybe this one, for example. I'll try and figure it. The others are kind of like freestyle, but I don't want to like increase the chance of it landing everywhere, so I'm not going to be upgrading everything. I'm just going to make sure I leave this on the ones that are upgraded. So obviously we still have more to upgrade here, so that's a good thing. We're just going to upgrade this one instead. Otherwise, we're not going to touch any upgrades. So let's go right ahead and jump into the characters for sure and see what they actually have to offer, okay, in terms of the description here. So let's go right ahead to draw. No, did I go to draw? No, my bad. Go to the fighter. And let's go to the gallery, and there we go with some Ibuki here. It's gonna be the first one we're gonna be looking at. She's always been available in terms of like her avatar, but now she's here, and she is a 1 and a 2 on the combo line. So that's the first thing I want to notice as well. The other thing I also like to do is I like to look at the passive first, because the passive also tends to describe what the key word is in terms of like their either damage or their healing abilities. Okay, so alright, so if somebody Ibuki speed is greater than the target. Oh, hold on. Apologies here. We didn't actually look at the basic stuff. It's one of those things I've also like ignored for the longest time right now. But first of all, this power is important. It says 539. Let's compare them to maybe other units that have been here. 538 and 537. So she's actually higher in terms of this, because that actually adds to your strength and obviously boosts your chances of building up your super meter. All right, and of course ability to take damage. He's kind of like on par with Ibuki here, so that kind of makes her like a really strong unit, because Ibuki is like one of the strongest out there when it comes to that power by default. As you can see here, you can see most of the other higher units are like 538. They have 539, so this is just pretty much from the start when it comes to adding up your numbers when you are going in, for example, all the arcade modes and challenges and stuff. It kind of helps, right? But it's very minor. The other thing we also want to look at here is let's look at pretty much everything else about the character. Let's go here, profile. Oh no, we don't need to look at that one here. Something I'm trying to look at, but I'm gonna get that option here. I'm trying to see the basic stats. All right, let's go. Let's go to buyer and let's go to trial. All right. Now I don't want to start in a trial, because you have to select a character, right, to start a trial. Let's see here. All right. So let's go over this character here. What I'm trying to see is the speed, 130 speed. Whoa. Okay. 130. That seems like one of the I don't know if the car has been added, if the car actually adds speed as well, right? So, but I'm trying to look at the default speed. There's typically a way to actually look at it first of all. Usually when you have the unit, you can see it more, but otherwise, we'll definitely look into what the speed is like later, but let's go over to the passive, okay? So, it says if Summer Ibuki's speed is greater than the target's her attack deals additional true damage equal to Summer Ibuki's speed multiplied by 0.4 of her attack, capped at 150 of her attack. Okay, so as long as her speed is greater, she has a chance to do an additional true damage attack. So the way they're trying to put it right now is that if we look at someone like Vega, for example, who I think currently is the fastest character, we're looking at an increased chance of any other character that she faces. She's likely to do that. As you can see, Vega has 148. I'm very convinced that they have effect from the cards as well. Because I know, for example, Avery is, I believe, is 115. If we go over and try and do the trial here with the cards, it's probably going to have a little bit more, right? I mean, yeah, now it's 125. But yeah, so she's probably going to have a lot of advantage in terms of speed over other people. But let's go to the other fast characters that we're aware of. Let's look at Chun-Li, for example. I think she's one of the fastest base characters, from the onset. Let's look over here. 135. Yeah, oh, okay. You know what? So she's still faster, right? I think only Vega is going to be the one that can actually escape that true damage stuff. But that is yeah. So whoever she's attacking, she's likely going to actually make the move. Increase. So let's go to level 2. What it looks like. Increase the amount of additional damage to summon Ibuki speed by 5.5. We don't have to. We're more likely going to be looking at level 3 because if you've gone that far, you probably will be in that level. Otherwise, if you're still a newbie, then chances are that you'll be concerned about the level 1 situation. Level 3 says increase the damage limit to 180% of attack. Then level 4, I believe that one may have to do with extra stuff and has 30% to deal action damage twice. Okay, that actually is already making her a pretty neat character, pretty strong character so far. But let's go over to the regular combo. Okay, toss a swim ring to deal damage equal to 100%, 80% of attack to all enemies. So it's as AoE, it's already written there. Targets. Each target hit increases speed by 20% for 10 seconds. Attacks up to 5 times. So she's pretty much like a speed demon here. It looks like that's pretty much her way forward right now. Each target hit increases speed by 30 for 10 seconds. She's gonna be a sweet unit with Iryu, and the reason I'm saying that is because you have an increased chance of tossing that Master Doken that can actually deplete the enemy target's energy, so the enemy's energy overall. So each target hit increases trigger skill damage by 10% for 10 seconds. Each target hit increases trigger skill damage by 10% for 10 seconds, stacked up to 5 times. So they're trying to encourage you to actually start with the regular super, right? But let's see what C1 says here. Okay. So this actually, yeah, you can't pair her with Ryu, and the reason I'm saying this is because this is actually an automatic attack. So if, for example, you use her, you can only use combos once, right? So say, for example, you have like a 4 unit right now. You have her, Ryu, and maybe say Bison, and say Akuma on the other ones, because Bison has Bison has what they call it, has or C1 and C3, and Akuma has C1 and C2, right? So say, for example, you initiate with some Ibuki, you want to do the swim, or I typically would prefer to start with Ivory's whatever, because you want to start the factory you can as quickly as possible, but you can always yeah. So let's just say you start with her, right? Now Ivory's out of the combo line. All you can do is you can do Bison with a C1, you can do Akuma with a C2, but you can't do Bison again unless you can actually use her last one automatically. So we're going to clear that in a bit. Okay, so it says cannot be done manually. Unleash cannot be manually unleashed. Unleashes automatically when any allied combo unleashes combo 1. Okay, toss some ring to deal damage equal to 90% of attack to all enemy targets. Then throw a kunai that deals damage equal to 5% of attack to all enemy targets. The explosion reduces target speed by 20%. Increases swim rings damage by 110%. Man, this girl is she seems really good right now, because there's one thing that you want to work, that you actually want on your side, is actually speed. That's one of the things. So I'm actually curious to see what her support is like, because she looks like she might be an ultimate support unit. That's if you're not going to use her in Starlight. She looks like you might not want to take her out in support, because there might be stupid stuff that has to do with speed. But I'm just getting ahead of myself right now. So let's go right ahead and let's look at these. It says for level 2, exceptional reduce target speed by 20. For level 3, increases rings damage to 110%. So Summons damage right now is 96. The second one always remain the same. So now let's go over to ring technique. So this skill, when this skill is in position 2 in the combo chain, back okay, kind of manual unleash. So there you go. She doesn't have any manual unleashing of these combos here. That automatically makes her non-pairable with the likes of Ibuki and Go My Gal I Can, because you're gonna be missing out. For example, she's actually lucky because you can still hit a C2, right? But Ibuki you can't, you'll be able to only that shuriken. That shuriken is very important. It is very important, in the move itself, because that's once you do that, you're able to shoot that Metsudoken, and that's actually what's going to reduce the energy there. So, like I said, I'm going to be more curious because Ibuki is definitely going to be in my lineup. I'm going to be more curious to see how her support actually works. So let's go ahead and let's continue. So, let's go. When any allied fighter unleashes combo 2, jump up and throw a swim ring that bounces on the ground 2 times, then damage equal to 108% of attack to targets in a small area each time it lands. Each target hit increases damage of the next bounce by 15%. So hits bounce 128, and then of course the next 50%. What is 143? Yes. For every target hit, increase all teammates' crit rate by 10% for 5 seconds. Stack up to 3 times. Okay, that's actually cool. She looks really nice right now as a support unit. I'm actually curious to see how she actually works out. But let's go over to the FS Fighting Spirit right now, because this is what I'm actually curious about. I hope she actually does so. I hope she actually supports as you attack. So here's her FS right now. Increases the Astute fighter's critical rate by 10% if their speed is greater than the target they're attacking. No. She's not. You're gonna be wasting her as an assist unit for sure. We don't need any crit rate. Crit rate is nice, but that's not all we need. I was actually hoping that she'll be able to support, with her attack and do one of those whatever you're missing from the actual whatever. But yeah, it looks like we're looking at her as a proper second unit, character, by leading the team and all that stuff. So let's see. Once it's 3 speed for her, after the fight begins, gain 90 speed and lose 3 speed per second thereafter. 23 seconds after the fight, gain 120 speed and lose 3 speed per second. 30 for every 6 enemies that bounces in hit range, free spawns that gauge combo by then reset the current speed boost to 120. Like I told you right now, the way she just seems like a speed demon right now. It's all about just ensuring you can unleash your combo as much as possible. She actually looks like someone who's going to be great for the regular, challenge modes, as well as even all the other modes. She looks like an ultimate PvE character. Give your team advantage, by building up your combo as quickly as possible, so you can actually do as much damage as possible, and then take out a unit as well. That's pretty much that with the unit. Let's go to the garage as well. What are you getting in the garage? I'm trying to see. Do you get more speed? So speed so she gets speed plus 5 with this first car. I'm just more curious about the speed, because like I said, speed demand. Nothing else that is speed here. Nothing with speed here. Speed plus 5 again on the other top one. So she gets an extra 10 speed. That's what it's looking like. I think it is to select similar. But yeah, let's look at what they say here. Combos ignore enemy defense equal to 0.5% of speed, capped at 35%. Upon dealing true damage with Sunny Wind, increase attack by 1% until the end of the battle. Stacks up to 20 times. Yeah, her kit does sound really great right now. Okay, She's obviously looking like the better character of the two. I don't know what Dhalsim is going to bring, and I don't see how we can actually up that. But we're going to rush through Dhalsim's, and then we're going to just wrap it up from there, okay? So let's take a look at Dhalsim right here real quick. And first thing, like I said, let's just look and see what his speed is like, for example. Um, like I said, this is probably the speed once it's actually boosted to the full. And let's take a look. 115. Okay, decent stuff. All right, let's go right ahead and just go back. Of course, if you also look at, let's see here. If you also look at the character here, we didn't take a look at this portion, with regards to some Ibuki. We might actually do a quick glance thereafter. But let's see. Anything giving you speed, extra speed. Just trying to see if there's an extra speed. I don't see extra speed for this particular one here. Well, I think as a attack unit, looks like it's attack, right? Yeah, as an attack unit, you're not going to get speed as part of the whatever. I think it's more damage based. But yeah, let's go right ahead and let's look at the other things that are actually important about the character, right? The actual passive moves. Like I said, the keyword is what you're going to see here. With some Ibuki, nothing too spectacular, just it's all about speed for her. Alright, and so we're going to look and see what it is for Mummy Dhalsim. So the passive, cause an explosion when an enemy inflicted with poison is knocked out. Dealing damage equal to 310% of attack to enemy targets in a small area. The explosion cannot trigger crit and cannot be parried or dodged. So, what this actually making me think about right now is the Sasuino mode, where you actually have the option to do poison, because poison is typically nice when you're doing the regular mode, but with the Sasuino mode, I haven't really been inclined to actually select poison, because it's only small damage, and the way they heal fast as you go higher, I feel like it might be redundant. And as a result of that, I have not really been inclined to actually selecting, poison, whenever I have the chance when I'm facing the Sasuino mode. Okay, so but in this case right now, it might actually be a chance for me to actually do that if I actually have Mummy Dhalsim in my team, obviously for sure. But looks like what poison is doing is pretty much reducing the speed of the target, and then they lose 1 HP, obviously, and all that stuff. But this is capped at the poisoner's 80% attack, so I think that's pretty much what poison is. I haven't actually taken note of the reduction in speed, which actually that will be a little bit significant, because as it continues, it's reduce speed by 8% when using a skill. So as often as using a skill, then that should drop the speed. So yeah, okay, you know what? It actually makes it a little bit more interesting when it comes to the Sasuino mode in the future, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it right now. I think poison is going to be the keyword here. So let's go over to the first super here, and it looks like it's doing a buff here. As you can see, it's actually reading buff as well. It looks like regular Dhalsim's C1. All right, so it says gain toxic ring status for 15 seconds. Toxic ring, the description of toxic ring is when attacked, there is a 50% chance to inflict 1 poison on the attacker. When attacking, do additional damage equal to 97% of attack, last 15 seconds. So this guy is all about poison so far. That's what it looks like. Alright, decent character. If Toxic Ring or Toxic Spirit is active, attacks have a 5% base chance to inflict 1 poison on enemy targets. So, and of course, once you get level 3, attack have 8% rather base chance to inflict poison on enemy targets. That's a very, very small percentage, but you have to remember that he's doing when attacking, you deal additional 97% damage that actually doesn't go up regardless. So the keywords, as you can see here, in this case here, we're talking about toxic ring, and we're also talking about poison specifically. That's all this guy is about here. So let's look at his so he's also 1 and a 2, right? Okay, so let's look at his C1. Strike multiple targets, so AoE. Okay, cool, because we do need AoE damage units for thunder. Strike multiple targets one time, dealing soul damage equal to a some percent of attack. Upon landing, create. Let's see what the animation is like. Where are you landing? Upon landing, generate a toxic cloud that deals soul damage equal to 50% of attack every 1.5 seconds, with a 15% base chance to inflict poison. Toxic cloud lasts for 6 seconds. Okay, alright. So this is, we're looking at maybe effect accuracy. Yeah, effect accuracy and effect resist is going to be something that you want to be, doing when it comes to all this, special modes. If you have the option to choose, Sasui the Sasui mode, for example, right? So on level 2, increases the chance of inflicted poison 20% from 15, and then of course level 3, the damage is now every 1.2 seconds. It was 1.5 seconds before, so it just kind of makes it more frequent that it occurs. So okay, that's alright. And then of course with the C2 AoE as well, strike enemies in a large area 5 times, dealing soul damage. It looks like Dhalsim's flame stuff. It's like it's green, right? Strike enemies in a large area 5 times, dealing soul damage equal to 389% of attack. Each strike has 10% base chance to inflict poison. Okay, so out of each 5, I wonder if each one of them, stands at the trigger. I have no clue yet. Increased damage 484% of attack. This is pretty much the strong stuff. And it's on C2. Yep. It gives Madrid a chance to do his Shuriken whenever it's time, and then yeah, it looks pretty interesting in terms of his pairing. I'm liking where he's whatever lands so far in terms of his combo chain. But let's go ahead and let's look at level 3. So increased base chance of increasing points 16%. This actually increases from 10%. Okay, and of course we know what poison does, and of course, like I said, it's affected by effect accuracy and effect resist. So that is pretty much his kit with regards to his combo. Let's look at its fighting spirit. His kit for me right now looks decent. Seems alright. It's not as exciting as some Ibuki's kit. So, but then some Ibuki's like a master unit. So typically they tend to get more favor when it comes to that angle, right? So let's look here and see what they're saying about the assist mode. Let's see what the assist does. When an assist fighter is knocked out, inflict 4 poison on all enemy targets. Okay, so the way it translates for me is that once you typically when you lose a unit, then you kind of lose the overall speed, meaning that your combo build up is much lower. But it looks like what they're trying to do here is they're trying to give it like some sort of balancing where the enemies are also getting poisoned, and of course once they trigger, they're all losing 8 speed, and that should put you back in an advantage. So that's actually not bad at all. It's almost the equivalent of instead of granting you speed, it's taking away their speed, but that only counts once you actually lose the actual unit that is that you're supporting, right? So it's not going to be based on it's not like if you just use any unit, it's just going to be that particular unit that has been assisted, right? So now back to what it does in terms of boosting its own moves. Toxic spirits Toxic spirits is increased to 18%. Additional toxic spirits is 18%. Hold on. What have we been talking about? Was it toxic spirit we were talking about in the past? Toxic one was already talking about the past, so now we're talking toxic spirit. Okay. Let's go back to the fighting spirit. Maybe I missed something. Okay, yeah, upgrade toxic spirit. Yeah, I figured when once you unlock this. All right, so now our toxic spirit is more 18 seconds. Every 9 seconds while toxic spirit is active, generate a toxic cloud that lasts 4 seconds. Toxic Cloud deals so damage equal 10% of attack to enemies and its range. Increase effect accuracy by 100% when attacking targets with less than 5 poison. Increase damage by 35% when attacking targets with at least 5 poison. So like I said, this guy is all about just poisoning his units right here. So that's pretty much all what you're getting with that. Let's look at what his garage says here. I think, did we already check this? I don't know. I don't think there's any speed increase. Just want to take a look and see if we don't say anything about speed here. Then it's probably going to be nothing about speed here as well, because I think these guys, yeah, they mirror one another. Except, so I say no one knows where it came from. It's both on blue, just describing whatever. But yeah, let's go to this here. If an enemy target reaches 5 poison inflicted by Mummy Dhalsim, the target will receive 50% less healing and do 15% less damage until the battle ends. Nice. If an enemy target reaches 5 poison inflicted by Mummy Dhalsim, the crit resistance is reduced by 20% until the battle ends. Okay, yeah, a lot of this is sort of like a debuff kind of unit here. So pretty much all he's all about is just trying to give so much advantage to the enemy team, so that way you can sort of capitalize on that. So right off the bat, right now, in my opinion, like I said, just by reading it, and I said before, reading these kits are typically half of it. I would explain my criteria as to what, in my opinion, would generate a better unit. If a unit is great or not, I will tell you what the criteria are before I actually start the testing, which will be coming up shortly. But I'm gonna have to go with some Ibuki for now. Like that speed boost. Speed is something that every team needs. And as you guys know, once you go towards end game, you tend to lose that. The only person that tends to give you that bit of advantage right now, since with likes of Vega, Bizangi, because they do have a boost, and of course, otherwise, it's kind of typically tough for you to get off the combo first. So I'm gonna go with some Ibuki in my opinion. Then again, she's a master character, that's gonna make her tough to get. However, she is straight off available in divination, but I don't know if that's what's going to happen here. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is we're going to go right ahead. Let's see if we can just claim a few of this stuff briefly, so that I can actually show you what I was talking about with regards to the rich roulette once again. Because the last time when I showcased it, it actually did look successful, but also it also kind of it would also definitely give a vibe of coincidence, right? So we want to see if this consistency. It's been fairly consistent for me so far, and hopefully the video doesn't jinx it. But like I said before, we're definitely going to see for sure that it tends to land on the ones you typically upgrade around the circle. All right, so let's go right ahead. We're going to go right ahead and just start picking this stuff up. Not so nice in this rewards here. See what's here so far. I don't have any of the special stuffs I need, but I think I already pulled that once. Let's go right ahead and just do that. See here, challenge one story. Just trying to see if we can actually beat this stage. We use this chance. Like I said, I haven't really settled, so there's a chance I can beat it, and there's a chance that I probably wouldn't. But we're only going to make it one attempt. All right. Yeah, looks like we missed the. Why didn't I attack? Why did I keep on looking? Yeah, sorry. Whenever I don't attack and I start staring, it kind of makes it a bit difficult. And because with the way the mic is very, I'm talking at the same time right now. With the way the mic is, super sensitive, with easily being disconnected the phone, I have to kind of play while it's down. So let's go right ahead and let's try again. Okay, just gonna do this. Yeah, I know I said I was just going to make an attempt and that's it, but I actually want the interrupt to go through, because that is actually a key component of this in this level right now. I'm not getting an interrupt. I don't know why I'm sort of missing. Am I waiting too long? Let's try again. We're about to wrap this up, guys, with the wish roulette content here. Just bear with me as I try and get this out of the way. Okay, we got it this time around. Alright, no staring, no staring. Okay, we got it out. So Ryu can take out the energy. Thank you very much. Alright, we made it then. Gonna try again. I think we had, I don't know if we had up to 10 seconds yet. Hopefully we did. Yeah, we did. Everybody's gonna take him out again. Alright. Good job. This is the only disadvantage, as in I wish I had Fashion Blanca in the starting lineup, because the disadvantage right now is if they will be able to destroy Blanca, because that's typically my big gripe. As you can see, he still survives. My the other units are not just strong enough. My bystander isn't strong enough to blast him away. Zangief isn't strong enough with his attacks, and of course, my Ivory is still on, SS plus. So as a result of that, we're not looking at a very strong unit right now. And the other thing I'm thinking about is I may want to swap these out. All right, and add this to get the boost, but then I have to lose one. I like the Toxic Love. Okay, I didn't use this. I don't think this one is super helpful in where I'm at right now. Typically, I try to use it if I don't succeed with the Toxic Love, but I don't find myself doing that. But that was just supposed to be the test there. We're trying to do the wish roulette. Those are things I'm going to try them out. So this one's here should pretty much be straightforward. Let's go over. So we're still working on Akuma. I started jumping around when it comes to upgrading, but now I'm just going to focus on one unit. So working on Akuma right now, because apparently I didn't realize that, I could actually level up. I could actually get the level up bonus even if I don't actually even if I don't get another diamond during the level up. So figured out, found out that that wasn't the case, so that's cool. So now I don't have to worry about that. Let's go to training. Let's go over here. Do that. Do we have extra? Yeah, do we have a couple? I just wanted to see if I can actually go over to the next. They look very minute, only 5M, few M's, not too major. So I don't know if we can do an upgrade to the next level, but okay, 1, 2, 3. We just need one more. We'll get that somewhere around somewhere, but that is that for now. Dojo, just go ahead and just collect all that real quick here. If he's holding this, I'm just gonna take it from him. Oh, I only give 15. Wow. Okay, you know what? I'm not taking it for myself anymore. That sucks. It should be 30 if we're getting anything. Yeah, there you see what I'm talking about. These are higher guys here. So say Alifer 140. Where's E-Drive Play 139. So yeah, let's go. Sailor 142. So Sailor, I like to go based on the ranking, and Alpha 140. What's going on here? Did I already get from Alpha? Oh, that's about it. What did I get from? Okay, well, okay, myself, and then of course the other two. Yeah, I'm not forget about that. So let's see what else here. Haven't we like? No, we don't have this yet. It's just tell me what stuffs. All right, so this one keeps. So we only have 2 more to do. And we can draw a fighter. Sure, why not? You go right ahead and let's just gift. Okay, it's funny how I only just do a little bit. Here we do a triple row. for sure. We have more than enough in the standard recruit. No wish list yet, but let's see who they give us. Oh, actually, I was supposed to use the wish list in this case, right? Well, it's not too late yet. It's just first pull. I'm gonna confirm for now. Get a wish list. So I was gonna try and do a wish list this time around. Okay. Let's go. Bizangi for you here. Who else do I want in this unit here? I want to max out Gal, you, and Guy. Yep. There's only 5 unit care about here right now. And then the total fraction here. Where's I want you. Actually, I want to max out so give 800 you. And honestly, like I said, I'm not a big fan of Blanca, man. He's not really impressed me. I know they said the car is actually important, but you know, I can't afford too many cars right now unless we land them manually, and it's obviously not on the wish list as well. For Flame, I was trying to get Steve Viper up there. Dhalsim. Who else? Let's see. Add-on. Let's see. Fei Long for his assist. Just to boost it a bit more, I guess. All right, so we got the wish list all done and sorted out. All right, so let's try and draw again. Hopefully get on the second attempt because I don't want to do too many pulls. It didn't work out. So now, typically when I do the triple, it's always back to back to back. There's no distraction on the side, but it was a distraction this time around. So it looks like that actually kind of like affected it. Yeah, so next time we should have picked the wish list here. I kind of had a feeling it would affect it. All right, we got some Yang. That's actually a good one. I'm not going to complain. Let's do it here. Pretend like we want to share. Get the stuff out of the way. Confirm. Yeah, I actually had to use 4. That kind of sucks. Oh, but we got at least the rainbow 1. That's cool. So, yeah, I think this should be enough right now. Yeah, we can now go right ahead and try and attempt the wish roulette. Yep. All right, cool. So, this was supposed to be just based on the test, but I want to just round this up once again, like I said, to try and like show that the wish roulette, in my opinion, is not coincidence. Right now we are here, as you can see, where we tested the last time. We landed on the ones I've sort of like upgraded. So chances are, if I go around on this last line here, you should hopefully land here, so I can upgrade this, right? Because I'm trying to encourage, since I was upgrading this, hopefully lands here. And if I miss this one, then I should want to get one of these 2 for sure. You know, just like, you know, if for every line I miss, I should get the next one. Line I miss, get next one. But let's go right ahead and let's see how it works. Let's see, you know, I'm just making this up, right? Like I said. So that's the first one here. So we're going to the next line here. So as you can see, we missed this one here. We didn't get a chance to upgrade it. So hopefully we should get one of these 2, the divination or the special summons. Oh, so you actually skipped it this time. All right, cool. Like I said, we're trying to see if it's coincidental. And so now we're actually, this round is actually skipping everything, but then it lands on this, right? So I have a chance to upgrade it again, right? See here, upgrade it, and then we're gonna spin. So it's pretty much skipped almost a full round. I thought it was just gonna be maximum 2. If he misses it 2, he's gonna get the next one, but it kind of like just skipped 1, 2, 3. So he actually so this was obviously, it was here last time and he had landed out, so he skipped this 1, skip this 2, skip this 3, skip this 4, and then he landed on this on the 5th one. But at least in a whole round he kind of landed on one of them, and obviously this one has a chance to be upgraded because it's on 2, but still, like I said before, this is just something that you take with a grain of salt. It's just I just at least we have a whole lot to upgrade for me with regards to, okay, there's one more. So if I upgrade this one here, yeah, so I upgrade this one, then that, another 2, upgrade another 2, and then that's that. I have 4 already. That means I have enough for those 2. So hopefully if it lands on this, hopefully it lands on this on the next attempt. We still have how many more days for this event itself? Yeah, that's true. I don't even know how long it's supposed. Okay, yesterday's exchange change is the best way to know. So we can say maybe like around 4 more days. We're still far from 250. to get Vega, because that's what I want. And the only reason why I'm getting Vega is if we don't have enough. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. That's pretty much all the kit review. Or in my opinion, like I said once again, because I know we've done a bit of distraction with the other gameplays as well as the wish roulette, but I'm signing on summer Ibuki for now. But once we go right ahead into the test, we're going to see which one is better. Okay. Thanks again for your views and for your support as usual, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers. Excuse me.